awesome performance as I'm about to unload the beast. Wasn't expecting that. Welcome to ATP Customs. Well, the next project is here. What's in the trailer? What's in the trailer? For those of you that don't know, yes, the badass 65 Mercedes is back. For those of you that do not know this car, it has been featured on our channel quite a few times, and it is here for body and paint, and it is a nasty car. But we're going to pull it out and do a feature before we get started. And we do get to test drive this car this time around that it's here. So let's pull it out of the trailer. It's a little cold today. It's only 1 degree above zero. So, our next project in the shop is my friend Bob's 1965 Mercedes. And there is nothing normal about this car except for what you see from the outside. Everything else underneath is completely custom. We are doing this feature for a lot of the new subscribers that may have not seen this thing because it is just awesome. It is just ridiculous to drive. He has had this thing to 290 kilometers an hour. I'd say that qualifies as badass for this old Mercedes. So we'll start under the hood and work our way back. We have a 351 Windsor. It's 515 horse. I love the wrapped headers. They did a really nice job on those. Last time this thing was in, we were hoping to see how well it does burnouts, and the clutch went out of it before we even got to that point. So we had to do a new clutch in it. It was a McLeod racing clutch. That was just the clutch alone was $1,100. And we did a whole bunch of little stuff, plumbing, and we had to alter the air cleaner so it fits under the hood, but we wanted a bigger air cleaner, so we had to do a little customizing. Underneath it is all custom built subframe in the front. We're running 20s. The wheels have actually been narrowed in the front and widened in the rear. We have 4-wheel disc brakes on it with coilovers. In the back has a full cantilever setup. We'll get to that in the trunk in a second. It is running 345s on the back. They are big. And in first gear, they still feel useless. This thing gets no traction at all in first. It is just squirrely. It has quiet exhaust that runs out the back, as well as open headers up the side with a little button on the dash. Oh yeah, let's look at the dash. I love the dash. It has all the factory dash, aside from the Grant steering wheel and steering column. It has a T5 5-speed with a tack gauge, and all those gauges work. Love this car. And yes, I forgot. We put a trailer hitch on it. Yes, it has a trailer hitch so he can haul his kids' bicycles in the little trailer. He actually wants to use this for work so he can haul his supplies. Because Bob's crazy. And there you go. 15-inch wheel tubs with a cantilever setup. It has a rear end or a rear diff from a late 80s, early 90s Thunderbird. It was an independent suspension setup, and it was the perfect start to alter it. All the rear drive shafts, axles are custom built. The control arms are all custom built. Well, yes, these are the body shop supplies that came with the car. And we have to do body and paint. They have picked out a really awesome metallic green that's kind of close to this one. This is like a British racing green. It's a little darker than they wanted. So we're not going with an original British racing green because this isn't an original car. Not at all. So a really cool metallic green. And then for the white, they're undecided. Do they want metallic in the white or not? The roof was actually covered in a plastic dip that you could just peel off. Mr. White peeled the entire roof off. And this quarter panel actually has to be cut and pulled outwards a bit because it does not line up with the door. So we have to redo that quarter panel. Somebody else did it at some point in its life. And who knows what else we're going to find under this bodywork. That's always the scary part. But that's what we do, is work on old jalopies that nobody wants to. So there you go. Oh yes, and it had a little incident. It's got a cracked windshield. So there is a new windshield waiting at the glass shop for it. So we're going to pull that out and the rear one before we paint it. Then have the glass shop put all new glass in it. And I believe it's getting all new chrome moldings and window felts and everything. There you go. The crazy Benz is here. Very excited to have this car. I love this car here. It's such a treat to get to work on these crazy cars. Oh yes, and just so you know, cost of a windshield for this car is $1,500, and only one company in California had one. Took us a while to get it. I'm talking months. So, what do you guys think if you haven't seen it? This car actually hasn't got a lot of views on our channel. Maybe this time it will, because we are going to take it for a test drive once it's done. And it will look amazing. So thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.